Hey, this is Andrew Brown, and this fall long, we're going to take a look at changing the storage classes via the CLI. There's a lot of storage classes. We're not going to get into all of them because it's just way too much work, and it's really hard to set up the scenarios, but we should at least know how to change between them. So let's go ahead and make our way over to our AWS examples repo, as we've been using this entirely through this course, and we're gonna go ahead and open this up in GitHub. Actually, I already have it open here. I'm gonna make myself a new folder. And yes, I have a lot of folders because they get created at different times. I'm doing this all in different orders, but I'm gonna just say here, change storage class. And what we'll do is create ourselves a README file in here. And we'll go ahead and create ourselves a bucket. So let's just say create a bucket. And this one will be called AWS S3, and we'll say MB for make bucket, S3://. And I'm going to call this class fun AB, and then some numbers here. AB is for my initials. You do whatever you want to get the bucket to create. And then we'll just say create a file. And I'll go ahead and touch a file. So let's say touch, or not touch, we'll say echo. Hello world, and then we will send this over to here, and we'll do AWS S3 copy hello.txt S3:// class fun AB 6346. Okay, so we'll go ahead and create that file. Before we do that, let's make sure we are in the correct directory, since I don't want to make a mess wherever I am. There we go. And we will run this line. That is not what I wanted to run. Sometimes the copy and paste does not work here for me. And we'll go ahead and make sure we can paste that file up there. So we have that file up in our bucket. Let's go take a look. And in here, we have this function here, or sorry, this file here. And we should be able to see its storage class somewhere in here. So we'll scroll on down. And there it is. So if we wanted to, you can see we have all of our options, right? We have standard, intelligent tiering, IA, one zone, glacier, reduced redundancy, a lot of options there. Notice for intelligent tiering that when we choose it, we're not choosing where it goes underneath. It's always going to start in standard and eventually move to where it needs to go. So we're not going to really play around with intelligent tiering, but I think moving from standard to standard IA is kind of important to know. Would the bucket let you set a default? We might be able to do that to set a default standard or a storage class. I don't see that here. So maybe we'd have to do that through a lifecycle policy, but let's go ahead and change this storage class to standard IA. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to open up the AWS CLI, because I cannot remember the command here, but I have a feeling that we can probably use S3 as opposed to S3 API. Let's take a look here and see what arguments we have for copy. And I'm looking for the storage class in here. So I'm going to just search for storage class. There it is. And so we should be able to change it here. All right, so I'm just going to grab that flag. We're going to make our way back over to to our cloud developer environment. I'm going to paste this in here. And then we're going to grab this standard IA. And I'm going to go to the end here. Whoops. That copy paste is a nightmare. Okay, so this I think should hopefully change our standard class. So we'll go ahead and paste that on in here. I'm going to try again. Hit enter. And so it's uploaded. Let's go back here and take a look. And are we in standard IA? We are. So there you go. It's as easy as that. Obviously, other storage classes are more challenging. If we want to do one zone express, that is with a special directory type. So we're not obviously going to try that, but that's sufficient enough. Let's go ahead and clean this up now. Clean up. So I'm just going to remove this bucket, and we want to remove the file. Okay, I'm just going to copy both of them to save myself some time here. There we go, and we are done. We'll see you in the next one. Ciao.